ABC7 Bangor.
This is ABC 7 News at Noon.
Bangor man appeared in court Monday after allegedly leaving his infant child locked in a vehicle. Good afternoon, I'm Susan Farley. Details are coming up. Also, a Guilford woman was arrested Sunday for allegedly stabbing her boyfriend in the throat. And a new law aimed at preventing catalytic converter thefts will take effect next month. Coming up, we'll explain along with the rest of our stories. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. First, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs. Devin?
All righty, happy Tuesday afternoon. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Luigi and Fredericks across from Eastern Maine Medical Center, serving the greater Bangor area for over 65 years. A small craft advisory is in effect until 6 a.m. on Wednesday. This is an extension from yesterday's forecast because our system has slowed down by just a little bit. We'll be watching for scattered showers and thunderstorms coming up this afternoon. Some of those may get on the stronger side. We're watching some stuff already moving in from the west to the east, and some of these showers staying further off across our northern counties. Bangor and other areas looking pretty good for now, but those chances will increase as we head towards the afternoon. This front will be moving in, and by around this afternoon, late afternoon to the evening time frame, that'll be our best chances for scattered showers and thunderstorms. So here's a breakdown. No, again, their development will take place about 7 to 8 o'clock. Not last very long. By overnight tonight, we'll be mostly clear to partly cloudy, and things will calm down in a hurry. The winds won't calm down very fast, though. Today they will get rather gusty, with some gusts reaching up to around 30 miles per hour at times, especially over the ocean, and that's why that advisory is in effect. But notice by tomorrow morning, those winds will back down to more manageable levels. So your forecast for today: scattered thunderstorms late. Some will be on the stronger side with gusty winds and hail and heavy downpours. Highs in the low 80s, that south wind getting up to about 30 miles per hour. Later on tonight, 63 degrees, scattered thunderstorms. Some could get strong early before they clear out. South wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. And your hourly forecast for the rest of the afternoon period: increasing clouds, chances for a few showers with some thunderstorms moving in late as well. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you. A Bangor man appeared in court Monday after allegedly leaving his infant child in a locked vehicle. On July 8th, officers responded to a report of a crying and sweating infant in a locked car on Griffin Road. Officers waited for 20 minutes for a tow truck to arrive before attempting to unlock the car, according to the Penobscot County Assistant District Attorney.
The officer approached the car from the passenger side and saw the victim in the car seat crying and with what appeared to be sweat dripping from his forehead. The child was not fastened in the car seat properly.
They say 24-year-old Isaiah Olson of Bangor, the father of the child, was visiting a friend in a nearby apartment. After a tow truck arrived, Olson came out of the residence to ask what was happening and told police he was frequently checking on the child. Olson pleaded not guilty to endangering the welfare of a child on Monday. The misdemeanor charge carries a sentence of up to a year in prison and a $2,000 fine. The judge ordered no unsupervised contact with his child while the case is pending. Bail is set at $250. Olson's next appearance is scheduled for October 4th. A Guilford woman was arrested Sunday for allegedly stabbing her boyfriend in the throat. 49-year-old Mary Mahoney was charged with aggravated assault Sunday night. The Piscataquis County Assistant District Attorney Christopher Almy says the boyfriend was taken by Lifelight to Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center in Bangor.
The way she addressed the police, it was apparent that she does have mental health issues that may have been part of the reason for this particular stabbing to have occurred.
Almy says Mahoney was transported to the Piscataquis County Jail. A Guilford woman who's facing charges for allegedly embezzling more than $1 million from the company she worked for is scheduled to appear in court Monday, but the hearing was pushed back. 51-year-old Terry Moulton was arrested on April 25th. She worked as a bookkeeper at DeWitt Machine Fabrication in Medford for over 12 years. Authorities say an investigation by the Piscataquis County Sheriff's Office revealed she'd allegedly been forging checks, making unauthorized ATM withdrawals, making unauthorized purchases, and paying personal bills with a company credit card. Records show there were several weeks where Moulton allegedly forged payroll multiple times in 1 week. Between January of 2019 and January of 2022, Moulton allegedly forged 194 checks totaling more than $200,000. She also allegedly spent more than $300,000 using the DeWitt's credit card. More than $900,000 was allegedly taken from the company. Moulton is being charged with theft by unauthorized taking and forgery. She's scheduled to appear in court in September. A new law aimed at preventing catalytic converter thefts will take effect next month. The Maine legislature passed the law to strengthen the chain of custody requirements and discourage thefts. Under the new law, which goes into effect August 8th, several entities are required to engrave or mark catalytic converters. Those include new and used car dealers, recyclers, and private individuals. New and used car dealers must engrave the full VIN of a vehicle on a catalytic converter unless the vehicle is sold at wholesale or if the catalytic converter is not visible from the underside of the vehicle. Recyclers must also engrave or permanently mark either the full VIN or the recycler's license number and stock number. Private individuals who remove an unmarked catalytic converter must engrave or permanently mark the converter with the full VIN. Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, a historic 100-year-old building in Dover-Foxcroft is about to be transformed. When we return, we'll take a look at the plans. That's next. We'll be right back.
Are you eligible for Medicare? Joe Montana is, and he enrolled in a WellCare Medicare Advantage plan. He knows about coverage, and WellCare provides the extra benefits he wants.
Hi, I'm Joe Montana. When you get to be 65, you have little patience for nonsense and inefficiency. That's why when I qualified for Medicare, I went with WellCare.
Take it from Joe. As a WellCare member, you get a $0 or low monthly plan premium on your medical coverage and prescription drugs with $0 generics. And that's not all.
Plus, a flex card to pay for extra dental, vision, and hearing expenses, an over-the-counter allowance, and even give-back plans that put money back into your Social Security check every month.
Call us at 1-866-636-7403. We'll send you our free Medicare all-in-one guide with everything you need to know about Medicare and tell you how to get a $0 or low monthly plan premium on your medical coverage, prescription drug coverage with $0 generics, dental, vision, and hearing coverage, a WellCare Flex card, money for over-the-counter items, and up to $840 back in your Social Security check every year. WellCare is committed to providing our members great Medicare coverage that includes extra health care benefits. If you want to learn more about WellCare, call 1-866-636-7403. We'll send you our free Medicare all-in-one guide with everything you need to know. Or visit our website, enrollwellcare.com. That's 1-866-636-7403 or enrollwellcare.com to enroll today. WellCare, it's Medicare done well.
Winter Harbor Lobster Co-op is a small group of independent Maine fishermen who want to make sure you get the freshest lobsters we can provide. To do that, we sell direct to the public to avoid long storage times and inflated prices. For the best quality, texture, and taste, our live lobsters have to have ideal conditions from the time we catch them to when they arrive at your table. Please browse our website for fantastic deals on real, fresh Maine lobster and other seafood. Winter Harbor Lobster Co-op, from our boats to your door.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
An historic 100-year-old building in Dover-Foxcroft will be transformed into new small businesses by next year. Sierra Jordan has the story.
When folks come into downtown Dover-Foxcroft, one of the first things they see is the historic Masonic Temple building. Built in 1869, the historic structure was known to host the Dover-Foxcroft Masonic Association meetings.
I grew up here as a kid. I remember walking by it.
In March of 2020, Kevin Jankunas, along with his two brothers, Robert and Steve, bought the Masonic Temple to create retail and office space.
When this came on the market, we came and looked at it with the realtor, and we just saw the potential in the building.
But that isn't all. As Dover-Foxcroft is located in one of the poorest counties in Maine, Jankunas says bringing affordable housing is crucial to the community.
Bring some needed housing, I think, in the community, because that's what we do plan on doing on the second and third floor of the building is doing some apartments so we could have a mixed-use building.
The Masonic Association used to host their meetings on the third floor, but now has temporarily moved across the street to the Dover True Value hardware store. Masonic Association President Tom Boone says they've decided to sell their building because it was too expensive to keep up with the heating costs.
It was very hard to heat. When we owned the building, we spent about $10,000 a year on heat.
Jan Kunis said the community support has been fulfilling, and they're thrilled for the new changes coming to town.
Hopefully, people, enjoy coming to the building and shopping at the building.
The Masonic Temple is not open to the public yet, but folks can expect for the retail shops to be open by next year. In Dover Foxcroft, I'm Sierra Jordan reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Bangor Police Department is closing its longtime athletic league. Bangor Parks and Recreation Director Tracy Willett says the move was a long time coming. He says staffing has changed as well as the Bangor PD, and they felt it was time to end the organization. $10,000 was left in the league fund, and it will be allocated to the Bangor Parks and Recreation Department.
Police Athletic League has been here in Bangor for a number of years and has done a variety of youth programming, boxing previously, have done some mountain biking clinics and events up at Essex Woods, and they had some money left over from their efforts. They want to make sure that it's used for youth, and we'll be donating it to the Parks and Rec Department, which we're very thankful for, and certainly thankful for the years that the Police Athletic League has been involved in youth activities here in the city.
The club located on Watchmaker Street and Essex Street in Bangor is available for public use. If you'd like to hold a club at the Essex Street Center, contact Tracy Willett from Bangor Parks and Recreation. The University of Maine System Chancellor, who came under criticism for his handling of staffing and restructuring, will keep his job for another year. Trustees voted unanimously Monday to extend the contract for Chancellor Daniel Malloy, despite votes of no confidence from faculty at 3 of the 7 campuses. Hard feelings about the former 2-term Connecticut governor came to a head with the botched hiring of a president for the University of Maine at Augusta. The system is now on the hook for up to $705,000 over 3 years to the candidate who withdrew. With Tuesday's business news, here's Leo Jonathan.
The Nasdaq was down 2.3% at closing bell Monday, the S&P shedding 1.2%, and the Dow fell 0.5%. Amazon's Prime Day kicks off today, hoping to see a sales bump of 7 to 9% compared to last year. The company shifted Prime Day from June to July to capture some back-to-school shopping. Twitter is still trying to force Elon Musk to keep his promise and buy the company. Its lawyers say Musk's efforts to spike the deal are, quote, invalid and wrong. Musk last week said he was abandoning the $44 billion bid after Twitter refused to release data on their automated spam bots. And Frontier Airlines is asking Spirit to push back a vote on another offer from JetBlue to give Frontier more time to convince Spirit's shareholders. I'm Leo Jonathan with Tuesday's Business on ABC 7.
Stanley Subaru in Trenton made a big donation to a few of Northern Lights cancer care facilities. As part of the Cancer Loves to Care initiative, Mary Dow and the Bessie Wright Cancer Centers received 80 blankets for patients going through cancer treatment. According to the release, each blanket donated includes a message of hope written by a community member, employee, or guest of Stanley Subaru. Executive Director of the Bessie Wright Cancer Resource Center, Angela Fogazzati, said, quote, "The blankets are a blessing for cancer patients and will wrap them in warmth while having treatments, as they always get cold. It's a blessing to have this donation from Stanley Subaru, a community collaborator with the Bessie Wright Cancer Resource Center," end quote. This is the 7th year in a row the initiative has brought love and hope to cancer patients during the month of June. Subaru matched online gift donations dollar for dollar up to $250,000 for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. Coming up, the governor's 4th annual Opioid Response Summit was held in Augusta yesterday. When we return, we'll take a look at the governor's plan.
I work long hours to provide for my family, but with runaway inflation, it's getting harder to make ends meet. Instead of lowering costs for families, Washington liberals are attacking America's tech innovators. That's the wrong agenda at the wrong time. The left's bill will destroy jobs, make China stronger, and America weaker. Working people like me will pay the price. No Republican senator should support this liberal agenda. Tell Senate conservatives to reject the left's bill.
Why do thousands of customers take the drive to Newport for all their shoes? Because Comfort Shoes and More has the styles you want, and they also have trained podorthists on staff to help you with all your footwear and arch support issues. We provide free foot evaluations by people who care about fitting you with the most comfortable shoes you will ever own. We have shoes in stock up to 6C and size 17, from safety shoes and boots, running, walking, casual or dress. We have it all at Comfort Shoes and More, 19 Moosehead Trail in Newport, across from Irving.
Itchy, scratchy, family not getting clean? Get Charmin Ultra Strong. It just cleans better, so your family can use less.
Hello, clean bottom.
Enjoy the go with Charmin.
Corsair, thin skin. When I'm shaving down there, not just any razor will do. Venus for pubic hair and skin, with a patented irritation defense bar. For a smooth shave with blades that barely touch skin.
I'm a Venus.
Building a new deck or expanding or replacing an existing deck, you'll find everything you need for your project at Hammond Lumber Company. From wood options to low-maintenance composite decking, railings, and all the hardware and accessories, too. Your Hammond sales rep can walk you through your design and product choices and can even come out to the job site if needed. They can help you find a reputable builder, too, and Hammond offers statewide delivery and professional service after the sale. To get started on your deck project, bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company.
Big trucks rule the road. They're dangerous, and they can cause big, bad injuries. But the big trucking companies don't stand a chance against me. I'm Jim with Lowry & Associates. If you've been hurt by a big truck, call the twos. We win for you.
The law.
I've been a judge for 40 years. Don't waste my time.
If you break it,
You didn't pay rent.
you'll pay for it.
It's my show. Nobody cares whether you have a personality or not.
Weeknights at 5 on ABC 7.
Thousands of Mainers could benefit from vision research at the Jackson Laboratory thanks to a grant donations totaling more than $7 million. Jackson Laboratory has been conducting retina research for more than 2 decades. Now, thanks to generous donors, Professor Gareth Howell says the lab's ongoing research can accelerate. Complex diseases like glaucoma and diabetic retinopathy are being studied to determine why some groups are impacted more than others.
What we're trying to do with at least some of these funds is to identify why some individuals who age become more susceptible to diseases like glaucoma, like age-related macular degeneration, like diabetic retinopathy, but others don't.
Dr. Howell says eye diseases could be a combination of someone's genes and lifestyle choices. The governor's 4th annual Opioid Response Summit brought together physicians, organizers, and political leaders. A.J. Douglas spoke with leaders on the state and national level to learn how the Mills administration plans to support people on the road to recovery.
There's no such thing as recreational drug use anymore. If people continue to use, they're going to die.
Governor Mills' Opioid Response Summit brought together aiding organizations, healthcare professionals, and overdose survivors, all joining forces to beat the statewide drug crisis. Director of Opioid Response for the Mills administration, Gordon Smith, talked about the increased access to drugs around the state.
The problem now is more because it's so lethal, the drug supply. They've been able to manufacture synthetic opioid. They can just make this stuff, have precursor chemicals flown in from usually from China, get to Mexico, cut it into every drug, and people die.
Smith says there are no quick solutions to this opioid crisis, but the governor's office plans to strengthen tactics to reduce harm and add support systems.
We need to make sure that fewer people start down this pathway, and that's really talking with middle school students, high school students, because people use very early.
Smith also claims the Mills administration plans to ensure there are more recovery centers available and recovery-friendly housing and work sites. Leaders working to help individuals with recovery say the root remedy heavily depends on one's environment.
We need to house people because you can't expect people who are living in an encampment or living in a homeless shelter to focus on their recovery when they don't know whether they're going to have a roof over their head.
One of the important pieces is recovery is more about not just getting treatment, but also having supportive services like housing, child care, food security, economic, meaning having a job.
The governor plans to incorporate health liaisons in every Maine county to reach out to drug overdose survivors to connect them to immediate resources. In studio, AJ Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
A new study suggests some options to pain and back treatment. Researchers from Boston University studied more than 130 medical trials and found some medication choices that can help with intense neck and back pain. They say back and neck pain in elderly adults can be caused by other health conditions. In younger people, it can be often related to muscles. Researchers say acetaminophen is safe, but non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs may be more effective. They say it is best to seek medical attention if experiencing symptoms like limb weakness, fever, or bladder changes. People are still taking COVID home tests, but when is the best time to test? With more, here's ABC's M. Nguyen.
Fever, runny nose, sore throat, and cough? Sounds like it's time to take a COVID test. With at-home rapid antigen tests, you can find out if you have COVID in less than 10 minutes. But if you have symptoms and a negative test, should you keep testing? Researchers at the CDC studied over 200 adults and children who had COVID-19 confirmed by a PCR test. They found that rapid antigen tests were most accurate when performed on day 4 of symptoms. There was improved accuracy when a second test was performed 1 to 2 days after the first. This study was done on symptomatic patients, so the result may differ if you don't have symptoms. But if you are experiencing COVID-19 symptoms and your first test was negative, experts recommend repeating your test 1 to 2 days later. If you test positive for COVID-19, contact your doctor as soon as possible. You may qualify for treatment. With this Medical Minute, I'm M. Nguyen, ABC News.
When we return, Devin Biggs has your 5-day forecast.
The 2022 Bucksport Arts Festival is coming soon, August 19th and 20th. For artists, applications are being accepted as long as we have space. Go to lighthousegallerymaine.com for the application or call 702-9135.
So you put the money up, you get him out of jail.
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
He wants to sleep with my girlfriend.
That's a lot of mud you're slinging.
It's true.
Hot Bench.
Tuesday at 3 on ABC 7.
I strive so hard to get to the right verdict.
It's not Murphy's Law.
Do you ever watch a people's court? Do you think I'm an idiot?
It's a court of law.
I'm a judge, and I deal in evidence and proof.
The People's Court.
The law is the law is the law is the law.
All this week at 4 on ABC 7.
Half-off deals. Save money at foxbangor.com right now. Get the best deals from restaurants, family fun activities, events, and your favorite stores all in one place. Go to foxbangor.com and click on half-off deals and see all the money you could be saving. Half-off deals at foxbangor.com.
The 2022 Bucksport Arts Festival is coming soon, August 19th and 20th. For artists, applications are being accepted as long as we have space. Go to lighthousegallerymaine.com for the application or call 702-9135.
The South Solon Meeting House in Somerset County is covered in frescoes. Our Jody Hersey tells the story.
There's no other place on earth with a building this vintage covered in frescoes.
The South Solon Meeting House was created back in 1842 as a place for religious and community activities to take place. But in the 1950s, this historic church was transformed by a group of art students at the nearby Skowhegan School of Painting and Sculpture, who used the building's bare walls and ceiling as their canvas.
Fresco means it's painted on a fresh plaster preparation. So you apply on the wall a mixture that you paint on while it is still wet.
Art professor Veronique Plesch has been admiring the beauty of these non-denominational frescoes since she began working at Colby College in the 90s.
And the interesting thing about these frescoes is because they were done by contemporary artists, they were given complete free rein about the topic they would cover. It had to be religious.
Although weekly church services have not been held in this building for years, the founders always wanted to ensure the meeting house was open and available to everyone, a tradition that still exists today.
The board will rent the building to whatever group wants to put on an event here. In the past, we've had poetry readings, we have concerts, we usually have a couple concerts every year. I'll come in here sometimes and there'll just be some guy up on the podium that's just playing his guitar.
Visitors of the Solon Meeting House will tell you at some point these frescoes will leave you speechless.
If you want to see something totally unique in a totally unexpected place, this is it.
Award-winning photographer David Franson has a strong connection to the Meeting House frescoes because his family had a hand in making them a reality.
I see my uncle's artwork here, and then the rest are his artistic friends. 2 aunts and my mom were all married here, so there's been a lot of family connection.
Professor Plesch plans to bring our students here in the fall so they can see the frescoes in person and help build a website that will attract even more visitors.
The South Solon Meeting House, I can say very confidently, is really one of a kind.
In Solon, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Now let's check your full forecast with Devin Biggs. Devin?
Alrighty, happy Tuesday afternoon. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Already a small crowd advisory is in effect until 6 a.m. on Wednesday because our gusty winds will be lasting for just a little while longer, really stirring up the ocean today as our next system will be moving in. And not only will it bring wind, but precipitation as well. We're already seeing some showers across the northern parts of the state this afternoon. Our next turn for more of that will definitely take place as we head towards the afternoon ahead of this cold front here that's tracking off towards the east. So here it is right here. Once it moves in, we'll be watching for gusty winds, maybe some hail and heavy downpours too. The storms will be scattered in nature, so some of you may even miss out on some of these storms too. Wave heights are increasing. They're now at around 4 to 6 feet according to the buoys as the winds continue to pick up. So this is why those advisories are now in effect along the coast. On top of that, though, gusty winds, some of those gusty winds are reaching up about 20 to 25 miles per hour in a few spots, even up to 30 miles per hour today. By later on time into the daytime tomorrow, we'll see those winds starting to back off. Again, temperatures, let's talk about those. Overall, we've been near to slightly above average in a few spots, maybe a couple days. We've been below normal as well, as our average high is now in the lower 80s. We'll be in the lower to middle 80s pretty much the next several days, though, but another heat wave on the way as we head towards Sunday into Monday. And unfortunately, I think it's safe to say that the humidity levels will be on the rise, though. So I'll show you your muggy meter, though, showing us dew points that will start to rise a little bit as we head towards Saturday into Sunday. So again, it'll be uncomfortable outside as the temperatures rise. UV index forecast for today is down a little bit, only at a 4. That's moderate, a burn time of around 45 minutes, so hat, sunglasses, sunscreen, and shade will still be necessary to avoid a bad sunburn, even on a cloudy day. Moving forward with Futurecast, so again, a few showers this afternoon. Better chances arriving by about 7 o'clock or so as the little line tries to get going. Once we get this through by about 10 o'clock, things really start to back off, set aside maybe a few showers, becoming partly cloudy after the fact. And by tomorrow, though, things looking pretty nice out there, but maybe watching for maybe a few showers that may try to sneak in during the afternoon period on Wednesday. Nothing to get too worried about there. But the severe threat for today, mainly across the northern parts of the state into our northern counties. Bangor under that marginal risk, so again, some gusty winds, hail, and heavy downpours will be possible. Lower 80s today, scattered thunderstorms late. Some of those may get on the stronger side with that south wind getting up to about 30 miles per hour. Later on tonight, 63 degrees, scattered thunderstorms. Some could get strong early. South wind up to 25 miles per hour. Scott's Recreation extended forecast, small chance for a thunderstorm on Wednesday. Highs in the mid 80s. Otherwise, we're partly cloudy. The more storms as we head towards Thursday.
Thank you, Devin. Looks like we could have nature's version of fireworks. That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thanks for watching. I'm Susan Farley. We'll see you this evening with Peter Dubois and Beth Jones on ABC 7 News at 6. Have a great afternoon.
this is going to be the biggest finale of all time.
The best putters.
And home and